Hey peeps, welcome to Mission 500. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at how to build your core strength using a FitBall. And I love a FitBall because it's fun to do. It's off the pole. You can take your FitBall anywhere. And for many of you, you probably have them in a cupboard somewhere and haven't used them for years or have never used them at all. So let's get them out and I'm going to show you some exercises you can do with it. But firstly, look at this. I think these guys joined yesterday. And I think it was all because of the pole circuits, okay? So the pole circuits, so shout out to Kimberly, Kelly, Jennifer, Melissa, Ava, Rachel for all joining our Mission 500 membership. And yes, you'll be able to get stuck into pole circuits. And I'm going to be adding a new session each week for you guys. It is part of our program, our Ultimate Progression program, but I have added it as a bonus for you guys on Mission 500. So you're super welcome. I'm super excited for you to get stuck in with that. So if you want to get stronger, okay, with everything that we're doing, it's all about building strength, right? We cover a lot of drills in those pole circuits. It's mostly on the pole. We do some stuff off the pole. You'll be grateful for the off the pole stuff to have a breather, but it's all good, okay? Right, so let's get stuck in to FitBall stuff, okay? Building your core strength in particular, although you can work lots of different muscles using your FitBall. So I'm just gonna plop you down here. Here we go. Alrighty. Hey, look at this. I'm loving this stand. It's just so easy to use. Right. Okay, so I have FitBall. This FitBall is actually quite a lot smaller than it says a newer one than the previous one I had. I do recommend just going for a slightly bigger ball. I can't remember what this was. Maybe 55 centimeters. I think you can get them up to 75. Don't hold me on that. But yeah, I usually go like 60, whatever it is. More the higher than the lower size. This is the lower size, but anyway, we can still do a lot on it, okay? So you can just do some classic crunches to begin with. So let's start with those, okay? And it's not about bringing yourself up, all the way up. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna start by sitting on the ball. And I'm literally going to take a step forwards and I'm going to roll so that my back is on the ball and my butt is off the ball, okay? Only just off the ball. So I'm going to squeeze my butt and push my hips up and push into the heels. I'm then going to lay so I'm completely parallel to the ground and I'm going to place my hands like by my temples, behind your head, whatever you feel comfortable about doing. I'm keeping the elbows wide. So then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crunch up, crunching as high as I can without rolling to sit, okay? I'm not going to come up into a complete sit-up position like this. I'm literally just doing that crunch there. So from here, crunch, squeeze that butt, lay back down, crunch, lay down, crunch. And if you want to do some crunch pulses, we can come up to the top and we can pulse, pulse, pulse. It's quite a burner. I love this exercise. So that is classically like your crunch. So that's always a good one to do. So your back is also part of your core muscle. So strengthening up your back is super important. So you can do this by laying down on your ball. Okay, I have the ball sort of just under my hips. I like to have my feet pressed against the wall as well, just for extra stability, but if you want to do it without, you totally can. So I'm squeezing my butt and pushing the hips down into the floor, and you can have your hands by your temples. If you feel like you're going to face plant, just bring the ball slightly up until you feel fairly comfortable, but everything's squeezing the butt, pushing the hips down, okay? So from here, again, you can have your hands by your temples. You could have your hands down to your sides, it's completely up to you. So as we're squeezing the butt, we're going to try and lift as high as we can, working through that back. Lift, lower, okay? Lift, lower, lift, lower. You can always hold at the top, and then we can see if we crunch up a little bit more. Oh, it's a good one, it's a good one. Awesome, so that's another great exercise you can do. You can also do this using FitBall for a plank, okay, because it's unstable. You can do it with your arms on the ball or your feet on the ball. That's what I love about it. So arms on the ball. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place my forearms down. I'm going to start with my chest on the ball, I find that slightly easier. Straighten out your legs, okay? Yeah, the wider your feet are, the more stable you're going to feel. And then you're going to push down, and you're going to try and make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders, pushing that chest off without mounting, okay? No butts up, okay? Keeping that butt down, trying to keep your body straight. Try not to squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're actually pushing them apart as you're pushing the ball into the floor, okay? So that is a plank with your arms on. You can also do a plank with your feet on the ball. So from here, you can just bring one leg up, press the top of your foot down onto the ball. Am I still in view? Yes. And then you can do the same with the other one. So from here, push, try and get the other one on top. This can be a challenge in itself, just getting into this position, okay? But once you're here, you can hold. You can always do some tucks as well. So just make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. This is really challenging my core. I can feel myself shaking. Just remember, we're not dipping here, okay? So we'll squeeze the butt, tuck the tailbone under, and try and push the floor away and get as flat as possible. You can tuck in, bringing your knees towards your chest, and then straighten away again. Knees in, woo, without falling off the ball. See, that's what I mean by it's challenging, okay? You can make it slightly easier with having the ball like further up towards your shins, okay? You'll be able to drive the knees in closer towards you. See what I mean by that? If you struggle, by the way, to lift your legs on, you can always roll out. So you can be here, and we can roll it down, okay? And you can walk out if you need to. So once it's under like my knees or my shins, I can bring my knees in, and as you can see, it's a lot more stable for me here. So if you find that easy, make sure you work the ball down to your feet, okay? What other ones can you do? Oh, okay, laying overs. Okay, so coming and lay down. I've got enough room, hopefully so. So from here, I'm going to start with the ball between your feet, okay? So we can pass the ball, and then I'm going to lower my legs, so I'm going to do like a leg raise, but keeping the spine down. Extend the arms over your head, and then we're going to bring it back up, and we're going to swap, so squeeze. Arms over the head, but the ball goes down, keep that spine down. It's quite a tricky one to do, this one, okay? You have to make sure your spine stays on the floor, as it's not worth doing, okay? You're just going to be training for the sake of it. It's not going to get any benefit. Classic example, we can do hip bridge. So once your feet are down on the ball, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, and you're going to push the feet into the ball as you push your hips up. Super wobbly, okay? Really challenging. Not only really great for core strength, but you should be able to feel your hamstrings working as well. It's a really great one for that. So pushing up, pushing down or lowering down. You can do little pulses. You can just really challenge yourself with this, okay? You can work on reps, you can work to time. Completely up to you. So totally recommend putting like a workout together. Decide how many reps you want to do, or put the timer on. So maybe you want to do like 30 seconds. 30 seconds is like classically what I do. So 30 seconds workout, maybe a 10-second change period. You might want like slightly longer for your change period to make sure that you can get into the position in time, particularly if you're wobbly, if you're going to do planks or anything like that on your feet. Does that make sense? Now, my other favourite that I've actually given to some of my members recently on building that quad strength up and keeping your legs straight. So if you have, you know, when you like lift in your legs, whether you're doing boomerangs, choppers, anything that requires straight legs, and you have that slight micro bend, you can do this. I did show you in another live, I think. So we're going to lay down, and we're going to place the ball up, and then you're going to push your feet on the ball, okay? This can be tricky enough as it is. It's going to really work on the flexibility as well as the strength to hold you there, or hold the ball there, because you don't want that ball coming down on your face, okay? So then we're going to keep one foot on, and we're going to lower the other leg down as low as you can go, and then bring the leg back up, and then we're going to swap sides. And you may find that you have one side that, you know, feels more comfortable or stronger than the other. So it'll be a really good test for you to try it out. Really good for quad strength, really good for the core, hip flexor strength, everything is brilliant. Just love that exercise. What other ones can we do with the FitBall? Oh, working on increasing the inner thigh grip. So things like if you're a beginner and you're working on your either upright crucifix or inverted crucifix, okay, I don't inverted crucifix, even if you're doing like your inverts at intermediate level. So again, I'm just going to think about squeezing the ball. So I'm trying to pop the ball. So ball between the legs, squeeze as hard as you can, and then release. Squeeze as hard as you can, release. You can switch that up. You can always squeeze and hold for as long as you can, or for a certain amount of time. Or you can do reps. Completely up to you. You can also do this as a hip bridge, so hips up and squeeze together. Squeeze, squeeze. Does this make sense? Yeah. So there's quite a few that you can do with the FitBall. to build your strength, which is a lot of fun. And then you can always like translate and do some stuff on the pole as well. I mean, you can hold the ball between your knees when you do tucks. So not only are you working on core strength and bicep strength and back strength by doing your tucks, you can work on that squeezing of the inner thigh strength by squeezing your ball while you're doing your tucks. Yeah, so it can be quite fun. So try it out. Let me know if you have a FitBall and what exercises you are going to try. And if you're stuck and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to try some of these exercises, but I want a follow-on like workout to do, come and join our pole intensive membership, because you'll access all the off the pole workouts. Particularly as a body blast and a core blast workout that uses the FitBall. So it should just say FitBall, and you'll just be able to click on there and access that and like follow along with those lessons as well, which can be quite a lot of fun. And I'll make sure I'll add some more actually with the FitBall, because why not? Alrighties, let me know what you think. Can't wait to see you get on your FitBall if you have one. If not, invest in one. They're a lot of fun. You can always check out my YouTube channel actually. I did a while ago a FitBall like fun on the pole. Literally, like I would push the ball into the pole and I would do some like really fun exercises. So go and check that out as well. Yeah, alrighty. So make sure you build your core strength up. Doesn't always have to be boring. Doesn't always have to just be using nothing but your body weight. You can use a FitBall instead and have some fun with it. And yeah, all right, my lovelies. Can't wait to see you progress as always. Make sure that you are in the members group if you have joined us, and I will see you again soon. See you tomorrow. Okay. See you later. Bye.